Good morning, Timberwolves. Today, I'm here with Axton Nolan to talk more about his great achievement. Axton, tell us more about the significant achievement.
All right, Kenneth. So I got these 4 points I'm going to talk about. Number one is I'm going to talk about why this achievement is such a big deal, why it's significant, and then I'm going to talk about the application itself, the nomination process, and then the academy itself, like life at the academy. So number one, the reason why it is so significant is because it is the most difficult and selective application process that anyone will ever go through. About 11,500 people apply each year and only 1,400 people make it in, giving it around a 12% acceptance rate. The good thing about it is the education is worth $420,000, and it's completely free to go, and you're also getting paid while you're there. You're getting paid around $1,200 a month. So, yeah, it's a really big scholarship. I got the Air Force Academy application pulled up right here, and I'm going to talk about every bit of it. So, for the application, you have the initial part, which is the online part that you're going to fill out as soon as you start it. Questions about your demographics, where you graduated from, your high school transcript and stuff. So that's going to have everything. There's about 7 items for it. So you got the CCAF questionnaire, the personal and family information, language skills, tattoo, piercing, and brand new can't have any tattoos on your neck and stuff. Drug and alcohol abuse questionnaire, and conduct questionnaire. And then after that, you're going to be required to submit a resume. I think mine was 3 or 4 pages long. And then after that, you got to submit your extracurricular activities information, which is I put Coach Red's information in there. You got to put that in there, how long you were on the cross-country team or whatever sports you did, your position held, like I was team captain, so I had to put that in there. And then you have to submit several personal essays. I think I had to submit 5 or 6 of them. One of the questions about DEI actually asked, why do you think DEI is important? There's questions about why do you think you'd be better applicant than other people? Why would they choose you over anybody else? Just a whole bunch of stuff like that. And then you have to submit an SRAR, which takes forever. The Air Force Academy is the only one that requires that. So you have to make an account for that, and you have to put all of your academic information from as early as you can get it. So I submitted everything from 7th grade all the way to senior year, which took a pretty long time. And then after that, you have to take a Dodmer medical exam. So that's a physical exam and then an eye exam. So I scheduled mine. I had to go to St. Francis, I think, to get it done. It's just basic tests like hearing tests and everything, what you normally do in a physical. And then the eye exam, you go to an eye doctor, and their tests are a little bit more complicated with the crazy machines and stuff. But then you submit your standardized test scores, your ACT scores and everything. They don't ask for LEAP scores. And then one of the more difficult parts is the candidate fitness assessment. So that is what they do to determine if you're physically fit enough for the academy. So I had it easy. I went to the Naval Academy's summer seminar program. So I went all the way to Baltimore, Maryland during June, I think. Yeah, during June, and I took the CFA there. The CFA consists of a basketball throw, pull-ups, shuttle runs, sit-ups, push-ups, and a 1-mile run. There's a minimum and maximum score for each of them. I don't have the minimum score, but I do have the maximum. For the basketball throw, it's 102 feet. For pull-ups, it's 18 pull-ups. Shuttle run is 7.8 seconds. Sit-ups is 95. Push-ups is 75, and the 1-mile run is a 520. So the basketball throw is you sit on your knees at a line, and you have to throw a basketball, but you're not allowed to. You have to do it a certain way. There's a certain rule for it, whatever. And then for the pull-ups, you got to be good, clean pull-ups. No kipping, no kicking, none of that. And the shuttle run is a 10-meter run back and forth twice. And of course, the max. That's probably one of the hardest maxes to get, 7.8 seconds. Sit-ups, just regular sit-ups. Push-ups, just regular push-ups. And then there's the 1-mile run, which is pretty hard. I did mine on a 200-meter indoor track. There's about 100 other people on the track, so it's a little difficult. But on every one of these, or for the sit-ups and push-ups specifically, there's a 2-minute time limit, so you're required to do as many as you can in 2 minutes. In between each of these, there's a very strict recovery, and I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes, but extremely strict recovery. And I'm glad I got it done at the Naval Academy because I had a ensign or midshipman able to give it to me. And so they're qualified to do that. Now I'm going to tell you all my score. So on the basketball throw, I threw it 60 feet, which is one of my worst scores. For pull-ups, I hit 18 pull-ups, did an 8.8 second shuttle run, 85 sit-ups, 75 push-ups, and a 5:48 mile run. So I did pretty good compared to everyone else on the CFA. All right, and then after that, the nominations, which is in my opinion, one of the more difficult parts. So I looked it up for Mike Johnson's thing. I had to submit a 7-page application, a high school transcript, a 1-page resume, a 500-word essay, and 3 to 5 letters of recommendation, then a headshot photograph. So what a nomination is there's presidential nominations, okay, and then you have congressional nominations. Presidential is if you had a member in the service already. Like my dad, he was a Ranger, so I got him to submit a presidential nomination request, and we got it for the Naval Academy and West Point. We didn't get it for Air Force Academy. But, yeah, you have to submit all that, and then you have to do an interview in person with them. So for Mike Johnson, I had to go to Bossier, I think, which wasn't as bad as for the one for Kennedy and Bill Cassidy. For those two, I had to go all the way down to Baton Rouge to do an interview. But anyways, for the interview, you sit in front of a board of previous graduates. So there's an Air Force Academy graduate, a West Point graduate, a Naval Academy graduate, an officer in the normal Navy, and that was about it. 4 people interviewing you, and they ask questions about your application, and they ask why would you make a better applicant than other people, and they ask a whole bunch of questions about leadership. Then after the nomination, you have these evaluations. So you got to submit an evaluation from a math teacher, English teacher, and you can pick another teacher. Anyways, they just tell you how you operate in the classroom, how well you perform and stuff. And also you can submit 2 optional letters of recommendation. They're optional, so you don't have to do it. I submitted 1. You submit your school information, and that's about it on the Air Force Academy application. So a whole lot of stuff you got to do. I spent an entire summer working on it. I started when I left the Naval Academy when I was in the airport in Baltimore. I started working on these. And I've spent an entire summer on it and the better part of a school year on it. All right, for the 4th part, we're going to talk about life at the academy. So when you do get accepted, it's called an appointment. They'll offer it to you. You can either accept or decline it. When you accept it, they'll tell you what to do or whatever. They'll give you all the information. So once you do that, in June, you're going to get shipped off to go to a 6-week BCT, which is basic combat training, I'm pretty sure. And anyways, it's like boot camp for the Air Force. But after that, once you get through that, which is the hardest part, they're going to help you through the academy. So like if you're not doing super well and stuff, they'll get somebody to help you with your grades and stuff. They're going to make sure that you graduate. If you get there, they're going to help you through the whole process. But day in the life of a person going to the academy is you wake up, you go do PT, then you go eat breakfast in a giant mess hall, state-of-the-art mess hall, feeds about 4,000 people in 30 minutes. At the Naval Academy, it's pretty amazing the way they do it. But then you do classes all day till evening. At the Naval Academy, we did these classes. I had trouble staying awake because we went to sleep at like 11 o'clock every night, got up at 5:30 and did our PT and stuff, so I was pretty tired. So I'm sure you eventually get used to that. But after that, after your classes, I'm sure you eat lunch sometime in between that. But after that, you go to your intramural sports, which is something you're required to do. There's hundreds of clubs at the academy. You can pick any of them, and that's going to be your sport. So, like, after class, you can go do ping pong or billiards with somebody, or you can go practice for track for your intramural sport. Then you eat dinner, then you study for 3 to 4 hours, and you go to sleep. So it's a full day from wake up to sleep. You're doing crap all day long. And after you graduate, you're an officer in the military, and you get around a $70,000 salary as soon as you graduate. So pretty good.
Wow. Well, we got a couple more questions. How does the importance of this achievement make you feel?
Honestly, I don't feel a whole lot different. I mean, once you start getting those nominations, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm probably actually going to get accepted. So from that point to all the way, going, you're slowly getting used to it and slowly sinking in your brain, hey, I'm actually going to this prestigious academy.
I mean, yeah. You got a full days of work.
Mm-hmm.
What do you hope to achieve whenever you graduate?
Just be in the military, I guess. I really want to go to all the military bases, like in Hawaii, Japan, Germany. That's one of the best things about the military is you get to see the world and stuff. And these bases, they're state of the art too, so they got everything. They got really nice swimming pools, place to play volleyball, just anything you can think of, they have it.
So you just want to travel. I mean, I see. And what effects has Darbone Woods had on your success as a student/military applicant?
Well, I definitely want to thank a bunch of people for all they've done, especially Dr. Manning, Ms. Cox, Mr. Wright, and everyone else who wrote me a letter of recommendation. I really appreciate it. You know, that's the whole reason I got the nomination, was because of the letter of recommendation. But yeah, without them and their hard work, all the teachers here who put in extra effort to teach us, definitely I have it all to owe it all to them for my success.
I mean, all of this is a big thing, so, I mean, they helped us. And that was our interview with Axton Nolan.
Thank you for having me.
It's nice having you here. Timberwolves. See you next week.